Hello, right, welcome. This is my first time doing this. I've never done this. As most of you probably know, I'm very new to YouTube. This is my first time entering some competitions. I'm a busy man, so I'm going to do two at once because time is money. Right, this is for Ant's 300, Tony's Sinister Arts and Movies 300 subs competition, and his beautiful wife Danielle from The Girl in a Movie at a 50 subs competition. Now, Tony was asking, what is your favourite soundtrack and musical score? Okay, right, favourite soundtrack is a toss-up between, oh, wrong one, Gang Related and Trespass. Anybody who knows me knows I'm a bit biased to this sort of music because I used to make a lot of hip hop and R&B back in the day. There I am, a young, fresh-faced 18-year-old in Salford gigging in the mid-90s. But anyway, if I had to choose one, I would say Gang Related. The reason is because the film starred Mr. Tupac Shakur. The film came out and the soundtrack as well a couple of years after he'd been murdered. It had 4 unreleased tracks from the man on there, so I had to go and cop that. I was all over it. Trespass, again, absolute bangers on there from the early 90s. Ice-T, Ice Cube, Public Enemy, you name it, they're on there. So my favourite, it's got to be Gang Related. That would swing it. Gang Related all the way. 24 tracks, such a various different mix on there from death row artists and other artists as well. My favourite score, a little bit different, is Schindler's List. Now, the reason I'm saying Schindler's List is because the film, it's so gut-wrenching. It's really tricky watch, you know, unless you're some sort of German neo-Nazi, then you probably watch it as a comedy. But anyway, for most of us, it's a pretty harsh watch. So the music just really sort of amplifies the film and the content. So for instance, it's a really dark film, and the violins on the soundtrack really do bring out the hauntingness of the film. Every time I hear that score, I want to burst into tears. So yeah, it's great. It's absolutely, it's beautiful, basically. It really is. It's so haunting, and it really does fit the film. A lot of people think that, you know, film's a bit of luck, you know, oh, we'll just slap that song on it and bosh, we'll hope for the best. No, there's a lot of thought that goes into some of these scores, and that's how it works. You know, you hear Mike Oldfield, Tubular Bells, you think Exorcist, you know, it's things like that. So there is a thought process to it. And I've got to give some shout outs as well on this. So of course I'm going to shout out some people below 100 subs. So we've got Blu-ray Scot, quite a good channel, check him out on my channel list. I don't know if I'm pronouncing this dude correctly. Nos Llew-blaidd, Nos Llew-blaidd, something like that. Don't know if he's Welsh, but yeah, he's great. And of course, my main man Ant from The Lost Boy, he's on 60 odd subs. Get on there, have a look at his channel, absolutely brilliant. I just wish he'd show his face a bit more. Come on, mate, come on. But yeah, so that's my shout outs, and that is my entry for Tony from Sinister Arts and Movies 300 subs competition. Alright, on to his wife Danielle. Now, she's relatively new like myself. I think she started at the same time as me, so she's catching me up as well, so she's smashing it. Just bear with me. I needed that. Now, she wants to know, what is your favourite book to film conversion? Now, I would have to say it's a book called The 5 People You Meet in Heaven by Mitch Albom. Now, the reason this book is so special to me is because from when I was a kid at school to when I was in my mid-20s, I didn't touch a book. My spare time was spent writing in the recording studio or watching movies. That was it. And I remember I got this book as a present years and years before I read it, and for some reason I can't remember why, I was off work and it must have just been boredom, but I picked this book up, and from the second I started reading it, it was like wow, it was breathtaking. And I did something I'd never done before, and that was I went to the pub with the lads that night, and I skipped out after a couple of pints to go and carry on reading this book because I just wanted to go home and read it. I didn't tell them that because I would have been crucified, but yeah. So the film, it got adapted, The Five People You Meet in Heaven. Now, it's not a big budget film, it's a made-for-TV film. It's got some famous faces in there. You've got John Voight as the main protagonist. You've got Jeff Daniels in there as well. You've got famous people in there who wanted to be a part of it because of the book. You don't need a big budget for a film like this because it's about mindset, it's about philosophy, it's about five people you meet in heaven. Now, the five people he does meet in heaven, he doesn't even know, but he did change their lives. So yeah, I would recommend reading the book first, but it really is a beautiful read. It's breathtaking. You will not believe the end. It's absolutely brilliant. I dusted that book off in about 2 days. I did not put it down. I was reading that, and obviously just everything. I could not put it down, and when I heard they're making a film of it, I was all over that as well. So yeah, that is my entry into Danielle from the Girl in the Movies 50 sub competition. You'll have to excuse me, I've never done this before, so I do apologise if I've ummed and ahed, but I'm just doing it off the cuff as always, so yeah. Okay, so all that leaves me to say now is stay beautiful, stay lit, stay safe, but most importantly, stay smiling. Take care.